You look in the mirror and you see lines that weren't there a few years ago. You see a loss of that firmness, that glow, that sense of vitality in your own face, and it can feel discouraging. But here's what I want you to know before we go any further. What's happening to your skin is not inevitable. And the answer may be sitting in your kitchen right now. Stay with me until the end, because what I'm going to share with you today genuinely surprised even me when I first came across the research. In this video, I'm going to walk you through something that women in East Asia have quietly practiced for generations. A rice-based skin remedy with roots in Korean tradition that has now caught the attention of dermatologists and skin researchers around the world. I'm going to explain, in plain language, exactly what it does to your skin at a cellular level, why it works, and how to prepare it yourself at home. No expensive products, no clinic visits, just a simple, natural preparation that your skin can actually absorb and use. And the most remarkable part? The science behind it is real. This isn't folklore. This is biology. Before I get into the details, I want to take a moment and speak directly to you. If you're watching this, you're probably someone who takes their health seriously. You've lived a full life, you've taken care of others, and now you're giving yourself a little attention, and that matters. Tell me in the comments below, what's the one skin concern that bothers you the most right now? Is it the fine lines, the dark spots, the loss of firmness? I read every comment personally, and your experience helps me understand what to focus on in future videos. And if this kind of practical, medically grounded natural health content is what you're looking for, please subscribe and like this video. It genuinely helps me reach more people who need this information. Now, let's talk about what's actually happening beneath the surface of your skin, because once you understand the mechanism, the remedy makes complete sense. Your skin is a living organ, the largest one in your body, and it is in a constant state of renewal. Throughout your 30s and 40s, this process begins to slow. Collagen, the structural protein that keeps skin firm and lifted, starts to decline at a rate of roughly 1% per year. Elastin fibers, which give skin its ability to bounce back, become less resilient. The deeper layers of skin begin to lose moisture, not just on the surface, but within the cells themselves. And this is what creates wrinkles. Not just dryness on top, but a structural thinning and weakening that happens deep inside. By the time most of my patients come to me in their 60s asking about their skin, this process has been quietly underway for 20 years or more. And that's important context, not to discourage you, but to help you understand that the solution needs to work at that same depth. There are several reasons this happens, and I want to walk you through them because understanding the cause is the first step to addressing it properly. The first is oxidative stress, a process by which unstable molecules called free radicals damage your skin cells over time. Sun exposure, pollution, stress, and even normal metabolic processes generate these free radicals. And without sufficient antioxidants to neutralize them, they slowly break down the collagen framework beneath your skin. The second factor is chronic low-grade inflammation, something that becomes more common as we age and is closely linked to diet, sleep quality, and stress levels. This kind of inflammation accelerates cellular aging in a way that is now very well documented in the medical literature. The third is nutrient depletion, specifically a decline in the amino acids, vitamins, and trace minerals that your skin cells rely on to function and repair themselves. And the fourth, which many people overlook entirely, is a slowdown in cellular turnover, the natural process by which old, damaged skin cells are shed and replaced with fresh ones. When this slows, skin appears dull, uneven, and lined. Now here is where everything changes, and this is the part I find genuinely fascinating from a scientific standpoint. Rice, particularly when it undergoes a process of light fermentation, contains a remarkable collection of bioactive compounds that address nearly every one of those mechanisms I just described. Ferulic acid, one of the most studied antioxidants in dermatology, is present in significant concentrations in rice bran and fermented rice water. It neutralizes free radicals with an efficiency that rivals many synthetic compounds, and it has been shown in research studies to enhance the stability and effectiveness of other antioxidants like vitamin C and E. Rice also contains gamma-oryzanol, which has demonstrated anti-inflammatory properties and offers a degree of protection against UV-induced skin damage. And fermented rice produces koic acid naturally, a compound that inhibits the enzyme responsible for melanin overproduction, which is what causes dark spots and uneven pigmentation. Beyond all of this, the amino acid profile of rice supports collagen synthesis directly, giving your fibroblast cells, the cells responsible for producing collagen, the raw materials they need to do their job. What this means in practical terms is that when you apply a well-prepared rice-based cream to your skin, you are not simply moisturizing the surface. You are delivering antioxidants that protect against further damage, anti-inflammatory compounds that calm the underlying processes, driving accelerated aging, natural brightening agents that reduce pigmentation, and collagen-supporting nutrients that help your skin rebuild from within. Think of it as giving your skin cells a comprehensive nutritional treatment, one that works while you sleep. So let me now share exactly how to prepare this remedy, because the preparation matters enormously. This is a Korean-inspired fermented rice cream, and the method is specific for good reason. Begin by placing 3 tablespoons of high-quality white rice. Japanese short grain or a good jasmine rice works well, into an airtight glass jar with 200 milliliters of clean water. Seal the jar and leave it at room temperature for 24 to 48 hours. This period of light fermentation is what activates many of the bioactive compounds, including the kojic acid and the beneficial organic acids that make this preparation so effective. Do not skip this step and do not rush it. After the soaking period, pour the rice and water together into a blender and blend until smooth. Then strain the entire mixture through a piece of medical gauze or a very fine sieve, pressing gently to extract as much of the liquid as possible. What you have now is a potent fermented rice extract. To transform it into a cream with proper texture and staying power, whisk in 1 tablespoon of cornstarch and 1 tablespoon of powdered milk. The milk adds lactic acid, a gentle, natural exfoliant, and additional proteins that benefit skin structure. Transfer this mixture to a small saucepan and heat it over low flame, stirring constantly and patiently until it thickens into a smooth, cream-like consistency. Remove it from the heat and allow it to cool completely. Once cooled, stir in 1 teaspoon of sweet almond oil, which provides essential fatty acids and helps the cream absorb without feeling heavy. Apply this cream each evening to any areas of concern, dark spots, fine lines, pigmented patches, and leave it on overnight. In the morning, rinse first with warm water to open the pores and remove the cream, then follow immediately with cool water to close the pores and tone the skin. Store any remaining cream in a sealed jar in the refrigerator and use within 4 to 5 days. A few practical notes that I want to be clear about, because as a physician, I believe in giving you complete information. Do not apply this cream to broken or irritated skin. If you have a known allergy to any of the ingredients, particularly almonds or dairy, substitute accordingly or consult before proceeding. And always do a small patch test on the inner wrist the first time you use any new topical preparation, even a natural one, and wait 24 hours before applying it more broadly. When you heat the mixture, keep the temperature low and consistent. High heat will degrade the bioactive compounds you worked 48 hours to develop. Patience with the cooking step makes a real difference in the final quality of the cream. And now I want to say something that I always tell my patients, because I believe honesty is the most important part of medical care. This cream will not transform your skin in a single night. Anyone who tells you otherwise is not being truthful with you. What it will do, with consistent use 2 to 3 times per week over 4 to 6 weeks, is provide your skin with the right conditions to begin healing and renewing itself. The biological processes we're working with are gradual by nature. Collagen synthesis takes time. Pigmentation fading takes time. But those processes, once properly supported, are real and measurable. Many of my patients have been genuinely surprised by what consistent, gentle, natural care can achieve when it's based on sound science rather than marketing. Picture this, if you will. 6 weeks from today, you look in the mirror in the morning light. The texture of your skin feels different, smoother, somehow softer, in a way that is hard to describe but immediately noticeable. The dark spots that bothered you have begun to fade at the edges. The lines are still there. They're part of your story after all, but they're less sharp, less deep. Your skin has a quiet luminosity to it. You look like yourself, just a well-rested, well-nourished version of yourself. That is what this kind of consistent, science-backed natural care can do. Not a disguise, not a filter, a genuine improvement in the health and vitality of your skin. I'd love to know, what would you try first with this recipe? Will you make a batch this week? And has anything I shared today changed the way you think about your skin and how it ages? Please leave your thoughts below. Every comment means a great deal to me, and I learn as much from your experiences as I hope you learn from mine. One last thing before I go. Taking care of your skin at this stage of life is not vanity. It is an act of respect toward a body that has carried you through decades of living, through joy, through difficulty, through everything. You deserve to feel comfortable and confident in your own face, and you are not navigating this alone. This community is full of people who are walking the same path, asking the same questions, and supporting one another along the way. Nature, science, and a little patience are on your side. I'll see you in the next video, and as always, take good care of yourself.